Hello everybody, this is Margaret from Small Studio. Today I'm making a video about how to add beads to your knitting, and there are two basic ways to do this. The first way is to string all of the beads onto your yarn before your project starts. So for example, if your project needs 50 beads, you have to string all 50 of those through your yarn all at one time. The second way, which is what I generally prefer, is to use a really tiny crochet hook and to slip the bead over the individual stitch right before you knit it. So that's usually what I prefer, and I'm going to show you that technique today here in this video. Say hi to Bailey, everybody. Hi, Bailey. So let's get to knitting. What I am knitting here today is a shawl with beads in it. This particular pattern is called Celisterium, and I'll put the link to the Ravelry pattern down below. But you'll see that it's periodically has these little gold beads put in there. And so for any project with beads using fingering weight yarn, generally you're going to need some little glass beads, and the way that these go, they say 6/0 is the size. There are also ones that are 2/0, and that just says how big or small they are. And these are what I was telling you about with my teeny tiny crochet hooks. I'm going to try and get the camera focused here. So one of these, I would tell you, one of these is a size 10 and the other one is a size 13. I found that it's more reliable to look at millimeter sizes. So this one says it's a number 10 or a 1.3 millimeter. And then a number 13, which this one doesn't have it labeled with millimeters. But anything larger than about 1.3 millimeters probably won't fit through the hole of your bead. I'm going to start by just grabbing a bead out of here. We're putting a couple in my hand. Any project like this, it's helpful to have a little cup or tray that you can put some beads in so you don't have to keep opening and closing the tube. You definitely don't want to drop any along the way. So, take one of these little beads. I'll show you what I mean about having the hook small enough so that it'll fit through the bead. So this is what you're looking for here. Is the bead going over top of the hook. You can also see that with my other hook, this one, it goes much farther. Yeah, it's a smaller one. It moves much farther down the shaft of the crochet hook. So after I've done that, I'm going to take the next stitch on my needles, which is this one here. And I'll put the crochet hook through it. So I've got the bead on the hook already. And then I'm basically just going to pull it through there. And now I'm going to knit this like a regular stitch. So I've got the bead around the base of the stitch. And I'll show you that again. So I'll remove that. So that is how you add beads to a knitting project using a crochet hook. If you'd like to practice this technique, I'm having a sort of virtual knit along on my Facebook page. So choose any pattern you like that has beads, and I've got a great deal on my website right now. If you enter the code SHAWLKIT, you'll get 10% off, and I'll make sure to send you one of those teeny tiny crochet hooks so you can work on your project at home. Again, got links in the comments or description about Ravelry patterns. I also have a search there of many different beaded shawl patterns. Feel free to choose one of those. And again, my website is www.smallstudioproductions.com, and you can also find us on Facebook. Thanks and happy knitting!